name's Danny Wallace and I am the Queen Bee. I grew up on the council estates of Preston and I was furious when I found out that the Queen was born the Queen. So I set about creating the I am the Queen Bee movement to help more people show up for Wise Up and Rising and reclaim their birthright to success. There's this quote that goes, aerodynamically bees should not be able to fly, their little wings shouldn't get their fat little bodies off the ground, and bees don't care what humans think is impossible, bees fly anyway. And so I wanted to create a space and community where we could do what bees do when they're building something new and festoon and link arms and help each other.
I need to get to know this woman. I need it in my life.
Who is this woman? I need a piece of that.
As a survivor of domestic abuse and homelessness and clawing my way back up from rock bottom, I wanted to be able to put my hand behind me and say, come with me, you don't have to struggle.
I had a dream of something that I wanted to do, and Danny, she got me there.
Georgia Smith!
How the bloody hell did I get here?
Often as business owners, we hide behind our businesses. But as the saying goes, closed mouths don't get fed. If you're not speaking about your business, who's going to know about it? If you're not speaking about your mission and how you can help people, how are you going to help the people you want to help?
I just made a wish come true.
A speaking coach is somebody who's going to be the hands at your back.
Wow, Danny made a wish come true. She helped me get there.
I'm buzzing.
It's life-changing. What an amazing journey. Oh my goodness me, I loved it. Oh, I loved it.
We actively encourage people to be themselves because that's the most magnetic thing about you. What people gain when they participate and be inspired is that spark of belief in themselves that creates a furnace, that creates a bonfire, that creates an inferno.
Wow. It has been nothing short of life-changing.
It doesn't stop there. Community creates bonds and friendships that are absolutely forged for life. It really does become so much more than speaking.
How you feeling?
It felt like I'd picked up this really enormous thing. That was awesome. Epic. Phenomenal. It was a bit more intense than I thought it was going to be.
Exhilarating.
Went fast.
It felt amazing.
Exhausted.
Thinking at all about wanting to stand on a stage yourself or running a workshop, get in touch with Danny, you will not regret it.
You want somebody like that in your corner.
It was brilliant, the atmosphere was set, the stage was set, and I think it's smashing.
The Be Inspired Mastermind is for anybody who is ready to take the leap to the next step in their business. You can get in touch with me by following me across the socials at the Queen Bee Danny, or you can head on to my website where you can learn more about the incredible things that we do as part of IATQB. It's www.iamthequeenbee.co.uk. That's peace.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Monday. I feel like I'm not quite ready for this week, even though I am so ready for this week. It's Be Inspired Week, you guys. Oh my goodness. Welcome to the show, Wise Up, Rise Up show with me, your host, Danny Wallace. It's show week, and show week means that your girl has got a few things that she's juggling, which as I enter into what is my favorite few weeks of the year, I'm mindful. I'm trying to be mindful of my energy and getting my energy right and trying to look after myself. And it's a funny old time. How are you lot? Come on in. I'm going to put my face on really quickly whilst I speak to you this morning. It is Showing Up Monday. Mondays, we show up. Wednesdays, we wise up. On Fridays, we rise up. It's a little bit different this week. Show week is always a little bit different. And then we move into, we do some things in the hive in the next few weeks that hopefully as many of you as possible are going to get amongst. Ordinarily, I run a challenge mid-April to help as many of you as possible for free help teach you some of the things that I teach within my courses, within my programs, to help as many of you as possible get more visible. Allow yourself to stand in front of your business instead of hiding behind it. Stand in front of your message instead of being scared to share it. And that is what the next few weeks is all about in the hive and with you guys. So we have the Be Heard So You Want to Be a Speaker challenge. We're switching things up this year. So we've been doing the Be Heard So You Want to Be a Speaker challenge for a couple of years now. And is always really, really well attended. We always have hundreds of people that participate, that have light bulb moments. Of course, we head on into the launch of Be Heard and Be Inspired directly after that. But this year it's going to be a little bit different. We have the Be Heard Bootcamp. Now, the Be Heard Bootcamp is going to be a little bit different to what some of you will have experienced before. With the Be Heard challenge, I was wanting to mix things up this time, change things up a little bit. So there's going to be more information coming on that next week. So it's going to run not next week, but the week after. So 2 weeks today, we will be kicking off the Be Heard Bootcamp. Very, very, very excited about that. I'll be inviting as many of you as possible to come and get involved if you haven't already. And if you have done the Be Heard So You Want to Be a Speaker challenge before, you're going to want to come and get amongst this. It's going to be a little bit different this time. I always have some fantastic prizes up for grabs, but you're going to want to be amongst it. It's always a great time to connect. It's always a great time to network. It's always a great time to really be a part of the IATQB, I Am the Queen Bee community. So just a heads up for that. But before that, it is Be Inspired Week. Now, I would like to say to you, everybody, you need to stop what you're doing and go and get a room ticket. But I only have 2 more tickets left in the room on both days, and then we are sold out in the room. But fret not, you can get an online ticket to come and be amongst the event online. We have a TV quality Zoom team in the room with multiple cameras, multiple angles. We involve our Zoom attendees in as many ways as possible. Forgive me for tarting my little face up whilst I'm talking to you. Thought, well, I'll do it whilst we're live. You know, I changed the habit of a lifetime. But I've not got everything I need to hand. We're going on bare minimum makeup today. Sarah Jane, all booked in the room. Hotel booked and train booked. Fantastic. Fiona Bryan's watching along this morning. Fiona is indeed going to be speaking. You're not going to want to miss any of our speakers. They have been practicing like mofos. Because mofos practice, apparently. They have been practicing, they have been rehearsing, they have been constructing some of the best Be Inspired content that we have ever had, which is just phenomenal, really, because every single time the game gets changed, the game gets raised, and you are invited to be a part of it, to come and learn from these phenomenal 22 phenomenal human beings, plus our PR and media panel, Media Matters, which is just, you know, just phenomenal. But yeah, 2 more tickets left in the room, and that's it. We are done. We are sold out. Some of you may have seen my post in the hive over the weekend. What I try to do as best I can is pay forward a kindness that was paid to me some years ago now. Oh, I'm going in for a bright orange. I didn't mean to dab the eyeshadow, but there we are. That's what we're having. We're having a bright orange today, and we are going to be unapologetic. So a few years ago, I was in a position where I was, financially unable to pay for a ticket to an event that I really wanted to be a part of, that I knew was going to be game changing for me, that I knew that was going to be what I needed, but I wasn't in a financial position to be able to attend. And the producers of that event actually made it possible for me to attend, which was a kindness I was never expecting. These people didn't know me. I literally had only found out from them like a day or so before. And it was Brad Burton's Now What Live, and the glorious Pippa, who's Brad's wing woman. I'd seen her live a day or so before the event to say, if finances are an issue, get in touch with the team. We'll see what we can make work. And they made it possible for me to attend. They allowed me to pay on a payment plan. They worked that out for me. They made it, they broke it down, made it easy for me. And I always vowed to myself that if ever I was in a position to help, I would You know, if I was going to become an events producer, which was always my intention, then I would sponsor in a couple of tickets per event for people whose finances may have been a barrier to entry. So I did do a post about that at the weekend. The online tickets that I've sponsored in are now gone. However, there are 2 online tickets that I'm sponsoring in, saving about £100. But if access to entry is an issue for like from a finance perspective, then please get into my DMs and we'll see what we can do to help make it possible for you to attend. It won't be in the room because those in the room sponsored tickets are now gone. But if finances are an issue, don't let them be. Please get into my inbox and we'll see what we can do to support you to be able to be a part of Be Inspired this time from an online perspective. So what are you lot saying this morning? Julia Fremantle, good morning to you, my darling. So Nina A. Spencer, I had a light bulb moment on Friday during some therapy with our Naomi Watkins Legwazinska as to the anxiety about being on stage, which you battled phenomenally, but experienced like visceral, anxiety around appearing on the stage, but you did it and you were amazing. And glossophobia is a real thing. Fear of public speaking is a real thing. Julia Fremantle, absolutely loved attending last time. Best 2 days ever. Oh, thank you so much. I'm going to be there feeling so grateful right now. I love it. Me and Mads are peeing our pants with excitement. I'm going to be on the I'm going to be a SASTA on the SAS table. Oh, just so many of you that are going to be there, and I can't wait to see all of you. We are putting our final preparations together for that. I've had a number of you get in my inbox and say, how can I be on stage at Be Inspired? And the answer is this. The majority of the speakers at Be Inspired are people who work directly with me, are people who are my clients through the Be Inspired Mastermind. So the Be Inspired Mastermind, the doors will be opening mid-April for the Be Inspired Mastermind. As part of our overall launch period, which happens twice a year, and then the doors close again. So if working with me is on your list, you need to keep your eyes peeled, or even better, do what some of you have done and get in my inbox and say, Danny, I want a space. And you can secure your space early bird. I've got some early bird situations going on. So that's that. Other exciting news today. You will notice, unless you've been living under a rock, that lots and lots of people have been promoting, including myself, and talking about Lisa Johnson's Race to Recurring Revenue. It's a challenge that she does, I think, once a year. Now, Lisa Johnson has been a mentor of mine on and off for about three years now. One of my incredibly good friends and somebody who I trust implicitly when it comes to learning about how to make money in the online space, how to create recurring revenue, passive or semi-passive, depending on how you want to look at it or how you want to phrase it. For me, recurring revenue has been an absolute lifesaver with our business, and is the way that our business is built is a testament to the things that Lisa Johnson teaches. She is doing a masterclass this evening, a free masterclass that you can attend. All you need to do is you can go to Facebook, and you can what can you do? Go to Facebook, follow Lisa Johnson Strategist. She posted up the link there. You can go to Instagram, Lisa Johnson Strategist. She's posting a link there. Also, I have buddied up with one of my incredible friends, one of my partners in life and business, the incredible, phenomenal Abigail Horn, who is an affiliate for One to Many, which is Lisa's course that she shares. And I'm going to be providing a juicy Brucey bonus. So you will have noticed that I'm not a direct affiliate for Lisa. Reason being is that I'm in the middle of creating all kinds of crazy stuff with Be Inspired, with everything with Flying Away Foundation. But that does not mean that I don't endorse and support Race to Recurring Revenue, and indeed One to Many. And as such, me and Abs have teamed up. She's got 5 bonuses available that you can choose from if you decide to jump into One to Many. So what I want you to do is, if you're considering doing One to Many, or you've been a part of Race to Recurring Revenue this week, or you're going to the masterclass tonight, I want you to connect with my girl, Abigail Horn. She's got 5 incredible bonuses that you can choose from. And one of them is a Be Heard one-day workshop. I'm not bonusing for anybody else as part of One to Many this time. Only Abby, but please do let her know that you are having a little think about it. She's got 5 wonderful bonuses available. So yeah, that's other little bit of news today. What else do I need to tell you today? Today is about showing up and entering into this week, which is always a big week for us. I always get to this point and not only feel excited, not only feel proud. I think pride is a very, very big feeling for this week for me, whether that's one of the mortal sins or a deadly sin or not. I'm very, very proud of every single person who I work with. And this week, 22 people are going to be taken to the stage at Be Inspired. Also, 75 people are going to be in that room. So creating something that has become as big as what Be Inspired has, always has me not feeling just pride, not just excitement, but nervous too. It's like when you have a party, right? If any of you have had a party or indeed got married, some of you might feel this, where you invite all your friends and all your friends say, yeah, I'm going to be there. And then you spend all week worrying if anybody's going to turn up. And it's completely unfounded. It's completely ridiculous. We have a completely full jam-packed guest list of people that are going to be there. But because there are so many moving parts, so there are an events team that are in there. There is the IATQB team that's in there. There's the ISTED technical team that's in there. There's the team that actually run the venue itself that's going to be in there. There's also the creative team that are a part of it. There are also there's also all of the cohort that are going to be there on both days, all feeling different things at different points in the day and different points over the course of the 2 days. Plus, there's still all of the visibility stuff and all the business as usual stuff that's going on around IATQB. It feels a lot. And I would be like, and I'm not sad. This is not sad. It's just for anybody that's considering, doing these sorts of things. Know that there's a lot of plates to spin. So this week is about protecting everybody involved. It's about protecting the cohorts. It's about protecting myself. It's about protecting my energy. It's about protecting the people that are going to be there. So yeah, it's a lot. And looking at my diary this week, I'm looking at it going, oh God, why am I doing it to myself again? And everybody will feel this whenever they create anything big for themselves. Will be a part of the run up and feel like they're waiting for the roller coaster to begin, and then they will get off the roller coaster and want to do the whole fucking thing again. And I don't know why I do it to myself, you lot, but I remember as soon as I see the faces of the people that I work with, and one of those people is waiting backstage right now. So I'm going to bring her on to have a little chat with us this morning about how she's feeling right now, about what she's excited about. So please, of the incredible children's apparel boutique, Blessing Baker, and a darling, darling friend of mine, please welcome to the screen, Amy Mantle. Good morning.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm so sorry I'm not dressed for the occasion. I just got back from the school run on my first day of unemployment, which is amazing. So I'm just dead excited. I'm nervous for this week. It's all going on.
I love it. Never ever apologize. Right, Amy's the one that always looks absolutely beautifully executed and then apologizes for how she looks. I'm like, wow.
I'm a school run mom today.
You are a school run. I'm sporting my Diary of a CEO hoodie, the merch. So I went to see Stephen Bartlett's Diary of a CEO last week with Danielle Hansen, with Jojo Smith, and with the gorgeous Kathy Byam. We had a great time. And his apparel is super comfy. This is aside of the IATQB stuff. This is the uniform now. I'm just going to live in a hoodie this week. I've got my.
We went the week before and we didn't see the merch anywhere. I'm gutted. And he's not selling it online, I don't think.
He's not. He did short runs. He did really short runs. And I think they sold out. Was it Manchester you went to?
Yeah.
I think they sold out before the event itself.
Crazy.
It's crackers,
he's amazing though. Look what he's built from his podcast, and I absolutely love him.
I know, he's amazing. And one of the things that he did was speak about his journey, was speak about his story, and to see people doing that, and see people do that in such an inspiring way, in such an entertaining way, is something that we definitely do as part of Be Inspired. Now, you've been a part of Be Inspired in 2 different capacities now, Amy.
Yes.
So you came as a delegate last time.
I did, which was incredible. And the really weird thing is, obviously, we've known each other for a really long time.
Yeah.
And my biggest fear genuinely has been public speaking, to the point that if people have like watched me and you have a conversation before, I've managed like a corporate teams for the last 15 years, and I can sit and deliver a meeting, you know, face to face with my team. But as soon as I'm asked to stand up, I'm sweating, I'm shaking, I can't speak, I don't know what I'm talking about, I'm waffling. And when I came to Be Inspired last September, was it September?
It was September. It feels like a lifetime ago, but
Yeah,
yeah, it was
no.
September.
Last September, I just thought, you know, I would love to do that. I want to be on that stage, and I've got part of my journey. I feel like I've got such a great message that people get in my inbox all the time, and they're like, "How do you do this? Like, you're so inspiring." I'm like, "Me, little old me, that can't be true." And then I just got to thinking, do you know, if I could stand on there and just share a little bit about me, that might help one person.
Right.
But then I had this little voice that was like, "Oh, you could never speak." But then I had this other voice that was like, "You can speak, you can speak." I was like, "Right, Danny, help me, because I'm going to do
It wasn't
this."
just my voice, by the way. I wasn't just coercing.
I had like these 2 little voices in my head. But yeah, so when I was there in September, it was amazing. The 2 days especially, there's so many different speakers that cover all sorts of topics. I feel like anyone that goes, you're definitely going to take something away. And it sounds really cheesy and like so cliche, but it really did change my life.
It's interesting and humbling every time somebody who's been involved with the process one way or another, whether they've been a delegate out in the audience, or whether they've been a part of the Be Inspired process, a part of the mastermind, or, you know, working with me in any capacity. And then they say that it's life-changing. What's been life-changing for you? What has changed? If you say, you know, you say it's life-changing, what's changed for you, Ems?
For me, what hasn't changed? So with the whole Be Inspired program, the mastermind, I came on this journey because I wanted to get over my fear of public speaking. I didn't want that to hold me back in the corporate world or in any environment, really. And since September, I mean, it's only 7 months ago. And literally, without telling you my life story, my business has just flown completely because I'm more confident to show up and rise up. I've resigned from my 10-year corporate job where it just didn't fire me up every morning.
Can we just take a second? Because this was only just Friday gone, by the way. This has been a long, long time coming, like years in the offing, where you've wanted the strength, I guess, because it's not anything to do with the intelligence or your business model or anything like that. It was just the trust and belief in yourself to say, actually, no, now's the time. I want to hand in my notice. I want to work for myself. I'm Amy Mantle, CEO of my particular area of business. I can see where it's going. I can see the plan for it. It's going to be bigger than what it even is now, but I can't do it whilst I'm in the safety and security of being in employment. And you left on Friday.
And you know what? It was really nice. It was absolutely not what I expected. For the last few years, I've been thinking I want to get out of corporate because I'm waking up in the morning and you know, I love my job and I love the people I work for.
Yeah.
I just felt like my life didn't belong to me, and really silly things. I mean, I had a conversation with Samantha Aris a couple weeks ago, and I said really daft things like, when I wake up in the morning, what if I want to wear a pink sparkly top? This sounds absolutely madness, but then I have to go, oh, you know, you can't wear this for work, you got to dress down. And it's just really silly things like that just over time, like, spiraled out of control. And then asking for a day of annual leave, like, I was just, you have to ask someone else to have a day of your own life. Like, all these things were just eating away at me. And I was like, there's got to be more to life than this. And don't get me wrong, I had a great salary, but I was time poor because I worked. It wasn't just a 40 to 48 hour job. It was 24 hours, especially when you know, in corporate and you're managing
in events, especially,
events as well. And I just felt like my life didn't belong to me anymore. So like it makes me feel so emotional. But if I hadn't done Be Inspired, I absolutely would still be in that situation now. And I know, like, hand on my heart, I know that that's where I'd be. Just so many things have changed. I've left my partner who didn't fill me up with joy. So like just so many things have happened.
We need to put
And
a
I think-
warning on doing this kind of inside work, isn't it? Like things change in ways that you never really expected. Like even when you jumped in and finding your voice and trusting yourself. And people think, oh, we'll come and Be Inspired because I want to do a talk. And actually, it's not doing a talk. In fact, by the time we get to this point, everybody's pressed the fuck it button anyway. Fuck it, we're just going to do it. We're going to go and do a talk now. Everyone's like either rehearsed or not rehearsed to this point and like, oh my God, I'm just going to do it. But actually the work that they've done is much more underneath and internal, isn't it?
It's really strange because I think the majority of us that are doing Be Inspired at the moment, we came because we wanted to either share a message for our business, our personal life, or learn to speak.
Yeah.
And literally, I don't know anyone in our cohort that hasn't. The purpose of of this mastermind has changed completely from what it was when they started in September. Like everyone's purpose has changed, and it's so you can't explain it until you're in it. If you just said this, I know you're coming to me because you're scared of speaking, but you'll actually learn this, and this. I'd be like, oh no, I just want to
speak, Dan. Just like teach me how to do the talk.
And now, like my confidence, and it's not even confidence in a sort of like a bravado kind of way. It's like my internal confidence and like the healing and the work and finding really who I am and just being my true self. It sounds daft, but I feel like 12 months ago I probably wasn't my true self because I was corporate Amy and I was mum Amy and all these people that I thought I should be in a different environment, whereas now I'm just the same person all around. And I think that's so powerful.
To see you grow in that way is really powerful. And here's the thing, your talk is really centered around owning yourself, isn't it? It's around being yourself. And that might sound pretty glib to people who are coming across this conference. Oh, I'm going to go learn how to be myself. Actually, it's one of the most powerful things that you can own. And your talk is really centered around that, isn't it? It's really centered into the how do you do that then? Because what's the name of your talk? Like share with us, like without giving too much away of the content of it. But
it's called What If It Is All Rainbows and Unicorns? And the reason being, I don't want to give too much away. I don't want to do my. I could do my talk now.
I love this. This is she who 8-9 months ago phoned me crying from a meeting
from the toilet.
I can't. I've got to go and talk. I've got to go do a presentation, and I can't do it. I can't do it. Danny, what do I do? I could do my talk now if you want me to. I just like. I'm so proud.
It's just insane. And the last couple of months as well, I feel as though I would never have the confidence to just show up at the drop of a hat.
Right, just go live without having to think, I'm going live with Danny this morning. I remember the very first time you and I went live together and you were like, I'm so nervous. And now this morning, I just put the link in to our groups. I've said to all of our group, we've got Claire Sweet just waiting backstage. I want to bring through in just a second. Said to our group, if anyone wants to come and jump on with me this morning, you just jumped on. There was no like, oh, I'm dead nervous. You just have. And
I was just sat here, just doing the school run, eating a toasted tea cake with my strawberries, thinking, do you know what? This non-employment kind of thing is pretty good. And you're like, do you want to jump on? I was like, I'm in.
Yeah, I will. I love it. I absolutely love it. So it's not all rainbows and unicorns. What can you tell us about it without giving too much away?
Without giving too much away, I think it's important to acknowledge there are a lot of us, especially women, who listen to other people on what we should and shouldn't do. Mm-hmm. And my talk is kind of about not listening to everyone else's opinion on how you should live your life and actually listening to what I call your inner unicorn.
Yeah.
And just that I've been in many environments where people have said, don't do this, stay small, don't speak up about that. And I think you can get told that so many times, and it's going to go one way or another. Either going to completely implode and become a much smaller version of yourself, which is no good for anyone, and it's no good for yourself. And this sounds dramatic, but in 70 years, we're all going to be 6 feet under. So why would you not? Why would you not live? Why would you not listen to that voice inside you? So yeah, I don't want to give too much away, but that's it in a nutshell.
I love it, and it's such a positive piece. And you are kicking off one of the days, right?
No, I am. And that bit makes me nervous.
That bit makes you nervous, but you get it done and out of the way, ready for the rest of the day. We've got our gorgeous Sam Aries is going to be closing out the whole thing, and she's got to wait all the way through the 2 days to be able to go. So what day can we catch you on, Amy?
I'm on Friday, the 1st of April.
Friday, the 1st of April, kicking off. So the day begins at 9:30. So you're going to be on probably about 9:45, 20 to 10, something like that. So if you want to catch our gorgeous Amy Mantle speaking beautifully about her story, about how you can be even more you, and practical ways to do that as well, you need to make sure you get yourself an online ticket. We've only got 2 tickets left in the room for the whole day, and we're sold out, which is just insane. But Amy, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Me.
Oh, you're an angel. Amy Mantle, everybody, you can check her out at Blessy and Baker on Instagram as well. You can check out Amy's business and do connect with her. We've also got another one of my lovely speakers waiting in the wings just here. We've got the gorgeous Claire Sweet. Good morning, you.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? I thought you'd be busy this morning. I weren't expected to see you, and now I've got your lovely little face.
Oh, no, you see, Mondays I don't do client appointments anyway. I leave it to do stuff, which means it's actually freed up loads of time to do all my things. And eat cake. Well, I haven't started on the cake yet, but
Morning cake, breakfast cake. This is one of the joys of working for yourself, right?
Exactly. So.
Claire, so tell us a little bit about your journey to this stage, because it is not the same as everybody else's.
No, and this is the strange thing, isn't it? So obviously you and I met when we did Wave, the mastermind, which is a good couple of years ago. I think it's about 2.5 years now. It's like
2.5 years, yeah.
What has gone on with that? And that might be longer than that, because with COVID you've just like lost time and we don't know. But anyway, and as a result of that, I decided that one of the things that I really wanted to do was get onto stage and do speaking. I'd always wanted to do it, to be fair. And then I spotted one day one of those errant Facebook posts where you were talking about this amazing one-to-one experience that could be either in the UK, in Spain, or in Italy. And I thought, why would we do it in the UK? Let's go on holiday. So we did, didn't we? And it was absolutely amazing. And that was right in the middle of the first bit of COVID. And we had our little trip to Italy, and we had
it like a little window, weren't it? In the first, it was in 2020, wasn't it? Was it 2020? Yeah, it was. My God, the time.
It was September. It was that first year. Yeah.
We had a little window of time where we were able to travel, and we did. We went over to Bardolino in Italy, and we had a 4-day intensive whereby we went through all of the possible things that you could speak about, your whole story in its entirety, picking on the things that you might not necessarily have utilized within your talk, understanding yourself better so that you can deliver even better. So we did all of that work. And then I always promised that there would be a point where if there was a space on the Be Inspired stage where you could, because there was no way as part of that package I would come and watch you somewhere and give you direct feedback. There was not an opportunity, because then we went into another lockdown and then another lockdown. And now the stars have aligned. You are actually able to come onto the Be Inspired stage up in Manchester and come and finally do one of your signature talks. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, and that's the thing that is just so exciting, isn't it? Because we had all the stuff going on over the last year, and then it was like, we had this conversation, didn't we, back before Christmas? It's like, right, well, let's put Be Inspired in the diary. And if nothing else comes up in the meantime, we know we've got that.
Yeah.
And suddenly it's like, oh my God, it's Friday. It's this week. How did that happen? So so that's where we are. So I'm doing a talk. Yes, I'm on Friday afternoon, which is really, really exciting. I'm going up to Manchester Wednesday afternoon so that I can watch everybody else Thursday as well, because they're just such a great bunch of guys. And I've dropped in as a bit of an outsider really into this Facebook group where everyone is like, who on earth is this woman? To come in and join them, but they've all been really lovely, which has been really, really great. And so I'm coming to talk about finance, as you expect.
Coming to talk about finance. The really great thing this time is that we actually have we have 3 people talking about finance in 3 completely different ways. So we've got Joanna Stream. She's going to be talking about protecting yourself. We've got Tanya Ibbison is going to be talking about your money stories, and then you're coming in with some real practical, like, what do we do? Once we've created a business, what do we do? Tell us a little bit more about what your talk is about without giving too much away.
Well, I mean, ultimately, what I've done is I've tried to pull together that thing that I do, because money coaching is something that can be very, very different. Some people are very money mindset orientated. Some people are more practical and strategic. And I sort of fall into that category. Yeah. And because of that, I'm one of these people that I am kind and loving and sympathetic and all of those things to a point. But then I'm the one that's here to help you pull up your big girl pants and get on with it and do the thing that you need to do. And my big passion is people building their dream life. Yeah. So I'm here sat in a cabin in my garden looking over into there where the alpacas live. And that's a life that I created for myself. And I think that everybody should be able to create the life they want. But it's not just going to happen by sitting there and letting it drop into your lap. Yes, having a way of earning money through a business or paid employment, really important. Having the mindset and being clear on what you want, really important. But ultimately, if you don't get off your backside and do anything, nothing is going to happen. So I'm going to share some really quick, easy to action tips, 3 tips that will enable you to move towards that thing you want. It might not be alpacas, it might be something else, but whatever it is, that you'll be able to walk away from being inspired and think, I can do that. I can actually make steps towards the thing I want. And that's what I want for people.
And that is what you do, and that's what you deliver for people, like day in, day out, as part of your phenomenal work as a finance expert, money coach, independent financial advisor, all of these sorts of things. You're like a bundle of it all brought together. And I am so excited to finally, because I already know, here's the thing, I already know because of the feedback that I've seen from previous talks that you've done online, from seeing you speak, from speaking to you, that you are an incredibly talented speaker. So to have you on my stage as not just somebody who I've worked in really close proximity with, but as my friend as well, I'm so excited to be in your corner, cheering you on, and you sharing this phenomenal information and this education for our amazing audience. Are you excited?
I am. I'm really, really excited. I mean, it's been great watching different people in the practice group sort of coming up with their ideas and thinking about sort of what they're going to talk about and what they're going to wear and sort of building that connection. And
it's an important thing to consider. The fashion show prior is one of the highlights for me.
I mean, I feel a little bit lastminute.com on that, but I sort of know, and I'll find something to wear before Friday. Oops. But yeah, it's a really good experience. And more than that, it's about being in a room full of people, because I think we've done so much stuff online over the last couple of years because we've had to. And for most of us, we run businesses which are now predominantly online. So those chances to get in a room with people and actually talk to them and have a laugh and have a drink and share some time, I think that's one of the things I'm looking forward to more than anything, because, you know, in my experience in life and in business, that's where the magic happens. You know, people 100%. Will be inspired, I think, by all the speakers. Everybody's covering such amazing content, but it's going to be the little conversations that happen over the lunch table and, coffee, you know, queuing for the loo and all these things that you do where you say something in passing to somebody and they get that light bulb moment that changes their life. And I think we've all had those. And it's so hard to do that online. So, I can't wait to be to be there on Friday. It's really exciting.
It is exciting. I cannot wait to see you. Claire Sweet, what is your talk called?
So my talk is called Buy the Shoes, Drink the Gin, the smart way to always have the money to buy the things you want.
I cannot wait. Claire, thank you for jumping in this morning to come and share with everybody. I will see you. I'll see you on Wednesday evening for a hug.
See you later.
That was Claire Sweet, another one of our phenomenal speakers. I'm going to be going live every day this week in some way, shape, or form. So I'll be back tomorrow with another Show Up, Wise Up, Rise Up special for Be Inspired Week. And again on Wednesday, hopefully bringing you some more of our phenomenal speakers. And then, of course, Thursday, Friday, there's going to be no Show Up, Wise Up, Rise Up show. I will be getting ready in the Hive in the mornings as a little bit of a getting ready, but it'll be super early in the morning whilst I'm putting my makeup on. If you are about, that's when I will be going live. Otherwise, it's going to be kind of radio silence during the day whilst the event is on. If you do want to be a part of the event and you want to be a part of the proceedings, make sure you get your if there's only 2 left, 2 tickets in the room, then we are sold out. We can't fit anybody else in. And then you can buy as many online tickets as you like. I'd love to see as many of you online as possible. You get 2 full days, 22 speakers, plus our PR our Media Matters PR panel, where members of the national press will be being interviewed by our incredible squad over at Chocolate PR. Joe Swan is going to be interviewing them and giving you practical tips with regards to PR specifically. So loads going on this week. There's loads to get involved with. With regards to Be Inspired, everybody gets lifetime access to it. Everybody who has a ticket will receive lifetime access to Be Inspired. So if you can't watch the whole thing in its entirety, don't worry. It's all recorded and then uploaded after the weekend so that you can chop it all down and you can get retrospective access as well. So there we go. There are only 2 tickets left in the room. Then we are sold out. So if you are wanting to be a part of it, either get those 2 tickets or you want to be getting yourself an online ticket. We do make our online delegates feel as much as part of proceedings as we possibly can. We Zoom them in and we talk to them. We read out your comments. You are a part of the event as much as the people in the room. We just don't get to hug you or feed you or indeed get hold of those the thing that everybody wants to get hold of, which is an IATQB swag bag. So there is a different swag bag on each day. You get 2 lots of swag if you've got 2 tickets. But yeah, so that is what's going on. If anybody is interested or considering being a part of the next cohort of Be Inspired and wants to speak to me about that, please do, because you can secure an early bird spot. So someone's already done that. In fact, I've had 2 people already secure an early bird spot. So if anybody else wants to do that, feel free to get in touch. Don't wait. It is going to be an open and shut situation, I think, this time once again. I would love to see as many of you as possible on Lisa Johnson's Race to Recurring Revenue live this evening. Please do go and follow her, Lisa Johnson Strategist, on Instagram or here on Facebook to get details of that. And make sure you're connecting with Abigail Horn, who will give you details of her 5 potential bonuses for anybody that's wanting to get involved and who wants to not only do one-to-many but work with Abigail. She gets a Sunday name, I don't know why. Work with Abs from a book perspective, then you definitely want to be checking out her posts as well as we launch. I am going to be one of her bonuses. So I'm going to be offering out a Be Heard workshop, a full day workshop for anybody who wants that as a bonus and wants to work in conjunction with Abby as part of one-to-many. All right, my darlings. I'm sending you all of the love in the world. I've got my sleeves rolled up for this week. I am ready to hang out with my incredible Be Inspired cohort to put the finishing touches to what is good. I promise it's going to be one of the best IATQB events so far. All right, my loves, have a good one this week. I love you. Get into my DMs if you want a early bird spot on Be Inspired, or get your tickets imthequeenbee.co.uk/events. If you don't already follow me on Instagram, make sure you do. I think I'm like 37 away from sprint 5K. We have been working hard at these numbers. Make sure that you follow me over there for lots of behind the scenes stuff. The content isn't the same across the platforms, so it's well worth following me all the way across. So we're here on Facebook. Here is where you can catch the show. We've also got LinkedIn. Lots of stuff happening over on LinkedIn, including our newsletter. We have little sound bites, little bits of trainings that we're putting up over there, specifically around public speaking. And then, of course, Instagram, where all the behind the scenes stuff happens up in the stories. And of course, lots of stuff happening on the grid as well. At the Queen Bee, Danny is the handle for all of the things. Go and follow. Have an incredible day today. Happy Monday. Go rip it up this week. I love you. Say no to violence, kids, in response to Will Smith hitting Chris Rock. That's all I have to say about that. If anybody, I can see lots of statuses happening. There is never a space for violence and always a space for love. And I think that more conversations need to take place around fixing things, not by smacking someone, but fixing things with words and conversations. That's all I have to say about that. Right, you lot. Love you. Bye.